Yes, hello, and welcome to our next installment in our series of programs on playing card games, Solitaire. We have an item from one of our subscribers, a Miss Wog from the Everglades. Down in Florida, looking for a solitaire game that requires a good amount of strategy. Well, here's a game that you do need your thinking cap on, and it is a game called Frog. It's deceivingly easy upon first examination, but frankly, it requires a lot of thought to do well. So, what do you say we give it a shot? It is a lot of fun. We'll begin with a quick overview of our deck. So, of course, begin with your standard pack of playing cards. As you know, we've covered this before 52 cards, 2 colors within, red and black, 4 suits, as you know, and 13 ranks per suit. Now, this game is a 2-pack game, so please grab that second pack out of the drawer and give both packs a very thorough shuffle before you combine them. And of course, the recommendation is a 7-time shuffle to achieve your maximum randomness. Now that you're shuffled and you are ready to go, what do you say we look at the layout of this game? So start with a nice clean surface as you see. And what you'll do to begin is deal off 13 cards face up and make a stockpile, which you see indicated with the blue pack on your left. As you do so, remove aces. And when you do, set them in a row, all 8 aces in a row to create your foundations. Now, your job on these foundations is to build up, and you may do so, as we've illustrated here, in any suit you like. It does not have to be within the same suit. So build up on those aces, end with king. That'll close out a foundation. Try to do that 8 times in order to win the game. So, back to the table. Here's your 8 foundations. Now, during the course of play, you will be dealing off cards from your hand. But remember, the top card on the stockpile is available for foundations. And then, of course, you'll be creating waste piles as you deal cards from your hand. Now, I want you to think about that because as you discard your cards onto these 5 waste piles, you need to decide where you put your discards. There are 5 available piles for discard. You need to think about where do I want to place my discards. It requires a bit of strategy because you don't want cards covered that you need. So one strategy that I'd recommend you try first is make each pile the home for certain categories of cards. Maybe the 2s and 3s go on the left. Maybe your 4s, 5s, and 6s go on the second waste pile. 7, 8s, and 9s go on the third, and so on. So that you generally have the ability to grab the cards you need when the foundations call for it. Okay? We'll give it a shot, and I think you'll see how it plays out, and even maybe taking a left turn and trying a different strategy when needed. So start from a nice clean surface like you see here. Grab your 2 packs already shuffled and start dealing off 13 cards to make your stockpile. And as you can see here, as I come across aces within those 13 cards, go ahead and pull them out and start creating the row of your ace foundation. So I'm going to deal off a total of 13 cards. 3 were aces, 10 were others. I'm going to create my stockpile way over on the left there. And I've already set up 3 ace foundations. Not a bad start to begin. Now, those rest of those cards in your hand, peel them off one at a time. And remember, you need to think about where will I discard them. Remember our waste pile illustration? Think about what pile you want what cards so that you can get to them when you need them. So think about those 5 waste piles. Let's give it a try. So we'll deal off our first card here. And that 3, I like putting the 3s and the 2s in the first pile so that we have access to them when we need them. Because remember, we really need 2s and 3s in the beginning of the game. I like putting 8s in the third pile. 4s, 5s, and 6s can go into your second waste pile. Again, 7, 8s, and 9s can go here. And again, we're looking for 2s and we're looking for aces to set up our foundations and build on them. Without those 2s, those aces are going to be a little lonely until they have the 2s and the 3s. So the jack can go in your fourth waste pile position. You can put that 4 right there. And again, we're sort of ganging up cards, putting them into piles that generally contain the values we need when the foundations call for them. So, oh good, now we've got another ace foundation. We can set up foundation number 4. And again, continue to peel off cards and try to keep them as organized as you can. And this is really where the strategy comes in, to make sure that you're able to graduate cards to foundations when you need it. Oh, good. So here's a 2. We can start building up ace foundation number 1. Pull over the 3 and the 4 from your stockpile. And let's see what else we can play. Is there a 4, a 5, or a 2? Oh, here's a 2 for us. We can start building on our second foundation. I can pull up that 3 from my waste pile position number 1. Any 5s or 4s? No. Let's continue. The 10. I like keeping the 10s over here on position 4. We can put the 3 over here on position 1. That 6 can nicely go in position 2. And again, keeping them all generally in categories. Oh, good. We could use that 4 up there in our ace foundation number 2. Kings can go way to the right. We won't be needing him for a while. 7s, you can put him in position number 3. Kind of keep it loose. Keep your options open. That 2 can go right up to the ace foundation, followed by the 3. How about that 6 or 7? Can't play them just yet. Queen, let's pick up the pace a bit here. Set the queen to the right. Just found ourselves another ace foundation, which is great. Here we go. Now with that 5, we can play the 6 and the 7, and that foundation is starting to grow. We like that. Continue peel cards from the hand, and that 2 can go up to your ace foundations, followed by the 3. Ooh, there's another 2 and another 3. I like where we're going. Ooh, we've got ace foundation number 6 set up, so that looks good. Oh, and there's ace foundation number 7. We're making some progress. Queen can go way to the right. Won't be needing her for a bit. Same with that king. I might as well put 9 on a 9. Keep your options open. Might as well put 6 on a 6. Again, keep those options open. I guess that 8 can go in our 7, 8, 9 pile. And then that's 7. Now here's where I think we may want to think about changing plans. We've got a lot of 2s and 3s up there. So what if we were to make 7 a position and we kind of keep this mid-range of cards, the 6s and the 7s and the 8s. Do you see that? Let's leave those open for a while, because if we get a 5, it'll unleash a lot of cards that we need. So let's see if that strategy helps us. Meanwhile, putting kings to the waste pile, putting your 2s up on your ace foundations. Keep those 6, 7s, and 8s, and maybe if we can even get a 9 in play, we'll have a nice mid-range of cards ready to play up once we can get that 5, and once we can kind of unleash these cards. So keeping 6, 7s, and 8s. Yeah, I like having that 9 available. I wonder where the best place for that 9 is. I guess we'll put it on the 10 for now. Keep the 8 open. Maybe that 10 can go there. Look at this. We've got a nice run here. If we can just get that 5 to unleash us. Meanwhile, put the 3 up on the ace foundation. Got to put that jack somewhere. I guess he should go way to the right. Keep the 8. I'll get that 10 back again. Oh, now the jack is on top of it. The king's got to go someplace. Here's a jack. Keep the 6 on the 6. Put the queen there. 9 on a 9. Got the 10 available. 7 on a 7. 8 on the 8. King way to the right. Oh, there's the 5 that we wanted. Now watch this. Here comes the 6 and the 7 and the 8. And you can play that 9. Play the other 8. You can play that 9 on that 8. You can play the 10 on top of it and the other 10. And watch this. Here comes a jack. Take the queen from the stockpile. Place the king on there as well. We've retired 1 foundation. Move that jack up. That looks good. What else are we missing here? Ooh, how about the 4 from the stockpile and the queen on that jack? Now here comes that 5 again. And we've got all the 6s and 7s and 8s all lined up and ready to move up to the foundation. They've been waiting to be called up to the show, and they just got their invitation. So those 4s are looking good. That 6 can go on the 6. Again, let's keep those mid-range of cards available for us. We're going to need them. Maybe that jack takes his own position. So we've kind of deviated from our strategy, but again, it's to keep certain cards available when we need them. So don't be afraid to change course when it makes sense for your strategy. So we'll put the 6 on the 6. That king can go right up to the foundation. The 2 can go on the ace foundation. Here comes the 5 and the 6 and the 7. Could put an 8 on there. I like that. Now we really need a 9 on those 8s. We need a 5 on that 4. We don't have it, so let's go through our hand. Pull the 4 off the stockpile there. Can the 10 get played? No, we really need those 9s. Well, I guess that's 7. We'll just have to park it. We've got our 8th foundation set up, which is nice. Here comes the 2 right on top, and here comes our 9. So now we can play a 10. We can pull that jack into place. We need a queen and a 9 for that pile. Well, here comes that 3, and that opens up a 9 for us. And look at us. We've just closed out our stockpile, and that means we can put up the 10 and the jack. We're making good progress here. Any 9s, any 5s, any 4s. That 9 will we'll even put the 9 up on the foundation, followed by the 10. Queen can go on the jack. Jack can go on the 10, put that king on the queen. All right, we're getting a lot of cards. We've got 3 foundations closed, not too shabby. Put the queen up on the Jack. We need to park that Jack for a minute. Makes some sense we'll play that 5 and the 6 on the 7 and the 8. I like having those cards parked to the left. That mid-range of cards we set up is come in handy. And there's that 10. You can put up the Jack. Anything left? Is there a 5 we can play? Is there a 4 we can play? Uh-oh, are we out of moves? I think we may be. Well, you know what? We closed out 3 foundations, which is actually, I think, pretty respectable for a first time out of the gate. So, hey, give it a shot. Use your strategy that makes sense. Set up your discards in a way that you think helps put you in a good position to graduate cards when you need them. I think you're going to find that the game of Frog is easy to learn, easy to set up, but it is deceivingly difficult, and you're going to want to play it again and again. So again, I just wanted to say thanks to Polly from the Everglades for writing in. I appreciate you writing in. Hope you enjoyed the lesson as much as I did. And hey, we'll see you again next time.